Welcome back to Glossop Wild Camping. 4th of January 2025, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
So we're here on Tunel Moor, making our way over to Fairbrook Naze is the aim. Yeah. And where we are here, as you can see, there's not really any snow, but as we were driving up in the car, you could see the tops were covered in it. Look, well, 50 metres or so at the top. So yes, it's going to be a cold one, sir, isn't it? It's going to be cold.
Bash the what you call it, the pegs into the ground, I think.
Yeah, possibly. So tonight is predicted to be some snow and some winds as well, so it could be pretty biting up there. The spot we are going to camp at, we've camped at before, is surrounded by rocks, so I'm hoping we'll get some shelter from those. But we're both absolutely mad for it, aren't we? Can't wait for today.
We're mad for it, and also being cold, we're mad as well.
Yeah, we was having a conversation in the car about everyone you speak to says, "You're mad, you going up there in this weather?" It's like, no, you're mad for not. Yeah. So yeah, we shall see you at various points along the way. We're going to enjoy this one, aren't we?
Yes, we did, yeah. We will.
Here we are at Harry Hut. We've had to do a bit of a climb, and now we're going to go down again and then climb again, so possibly not the best route in terms of wanting to reserve energy, but well worth the effort, I'd say. If you look around, you can see that.
You've camped here, Harry Hut?
Yes, I have camped at Harry Hut a couple of times, but the problem with Harry Hut is gamekeepers.
Pain.
Directly ahead of us is higher shelf stones.
Yes, well done.
Got there in the end. Can I zoom in? Yes, I can. Fantastic. And then moving over to the right here, we have Mill Hill, and then the snowy bit right in front of us over there is Ashop Head. So we are very excited. I'm hoping we don't get any sort of clag. If we could have some nice pin sharp cold winter views.
It looks fantastic up there.
It does.
Absolutely spot on. The only pain is a peg problem with the ground. So
possibly.
But there's plenty of rocks around there. We'll find one.
Yeah.
Whack it in.
Yeah. Right then, let us continue. There's Glossop down there. Tim's sounding a bit like it. What's that? Orville, and what was his make? The monkey guy. Do you remember?
Monkey?
Do you remember there was that Orville show, the Keith Harris show with Orville, and there was like a monkey that used to do that sound, that sound that you like to do.
Yeah, that's like a very dark region of my memory now. It's a very disturbing.
Yeah, it was called something like Sniffles or Snuffles or something like that. I'll find out. Anyone remember the monkey on the Keith Harris show? Put it in the comments. Thanks. Just about to join the main Pennine Way path here that's come from Burnt Hill. We've come via Harry Hut, as I said. Well, so far the conditions absolutely perfect. I need a bit of repair work here, Tim. Walk. See if you can walk on that, Tim. In fact, no, don't even try. We've just reached the summit of Mill Hill here, and we are now about to face the climb of Ashop Head. Once we're up there, it's going to be hopefully no more than about half an hour, maybe 35 minutes to our camping spot. I'll just turn you around and show. You can see where Ashaped is there, hopefully. Again, it's a small screen this, so apologies if I'm not getting it framed quite right. Tim, how are you faring, mate?
Oh, it's superb. The energy level being here has just increased massively. Just being here, and don't know. It's just great to be here. Great to be out. Not being getting getting fat. Staying at home
Yeah.
for Christmas. You know,
Yeah, I've got a lot of junk to burn off, I must admit.
Yeah, you got Christmas fat.
Yeah.
Got a bit
Yeah.
got a mint imperial.
Oh, I'm surprised you didn't go for Werther's original, Tim. I thought that'd be more your bag.
I wanted the low quality mint.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah. Look at that. Very good. Very white. Very nice.
Yeah, it's really, really good, isn't it? It's such a picturesque thing. And I love the fact we've got the contrast of the snow and then just the brown colours of the winter heather and grass. Fantastic.
Can I share with you?
What's this then?
Got a track bar. It's made for mountains.
Is it?
Yeah.
Did you pay a fortune for that?
Yeah.
Did you?
Yes, from a very high price corner shop.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, very bad.
Oh, there's a plane. Shall we see if we can zoom in on it? If this ground hadn't been frozen today, this would be quite a hard route because all of the bogs and the peat and everything is saturated, isn't it? Mm. But it's just been walking on just crispy sheets of ice. It's great.
And see a clump of rocks up there.
Yeah, just zooming in on the area of Clough Rocks over there. Oh, it's so beautiful, isn't it? Anyway, let's climb this little sweetheart here. Well, now we're here at the top of Ashaped and we've turned off left to the path that's going to take us up and over to Fairbrook Naze. As you can see, very much a winter scene up here. Absolutely gorgeous. Tim, the time is just gone 1:15.
Well done.
1:15, Tim. How long do you reckon?
An hour.
Yeah.
1 hour.
It's more than you think, isn't it?
Yeah. An hour if you get a bit of pace on, but we usually don't because we look at the air.
We do, yeah, we want to stop and take it in, exactly. Anyway, let's proceed. Nice. Happiness. Teeth. Well, we have arrived at Fairbrook Naze and found our camping spot. It's now 20 to 3. And we found the spot that we used the very first time we camped here. You see Tim over there. But this whole area here where the unbroken snow is lovely and flat. And I shall intend to pitch my tent around this area here. So let's get them up and then we can have some fun exploring the place and probably get a brew as well. Well, after literally the longest pitch up time ever. We're done. The ground has got probably a good, do you reckon, half an inch to an inch of ice before you actually get through it. Unbelievable. There we go.
The pegs are not coming out.
Now the pegs are in, and I'm just worried about getting them out tomorrow now.
I've tried that, no, it's fine.
Yeah.
Wiggle, lots of wiggling.
You can use pegs to get pegs out, if you know what I mean. But yeah, cracking spot though, isn't it? I had to go and hunt for a stone. Thankfully I managed to find this little thing here, because I'm not so organised that I'll have remembered to bring a hammer or anything like that. So that is my hammer.
You see my hammer?
Yeah, show me your hammer.
Yeah. It's a quite heavy hammer.
Ooh, it's almost a two-handed job. Have you got biceps like knots in cotton now, have you?
Right.
Right, we're going to have a little wander around before settling down for a brew and a beer.
Yeah, oh, cup of tea.
Cup of tea, yeah, absolutely. Well, in the distance there I can see what I assume will be snow-laden clouds starting to come over the plateau, so that'll be with us soon. There's our pitch down there. And I just thought I'd show you the scene just before the light really starts to go. And I'm going to go and have a brew now and get my coal warmed up, and then possibly have some tea in about an hour or so. And then I look forward later to some tent talk and some whiskey with Tim. Welcome to my humble abode tonight. Well, this is cosy, isn't it, eh? Fairy lights and everything. How cool is that? So I've got some water on the boil on my stove here. I've got the spirit burner tonight, so things take a long time, but it's relaxing. There's no sound of the gas roaring, which is great. So for tea tonight, I might as well show you what I'm having. I'm going for the Fray Bentos Meals in Minutes Chicken Tikka, which is in liquid form, so fairly heavy, but it's quite tasty really. So I'll be heating that up in a bit. That's the main course. Starter, I'm actually going to have Showerwoods curry and rice, again chicken tikka, which is what the boiling water's for. We've got snacks as well. We've got a packet of beef hula hoops and salt and vinegar hula hoops, and I have to say hula hoops, they're as good as, if not slightly better than Walker's Baked, dare I say it, especially the salt and vinegar ones in my opinion. And then I've got, for snacks, not one but two little Whispers. Now the pied de résistance, Tim has very kindly given me a Christmas pudding. This is a very nice one. I think it's a Sainsbury's brand and it's aged and it's got brandy in it and everything, so this should be really good. That'll be steamed in water or boiled in water later on. We've brought various drinks tonight. We've got a tin of the Kewan's Champion to start with for later, followed by various little whiskies. Tim's brought a selection of quite a few, and one of them is a blend he's done himself, basically from the dregs of a few single malt whiskies that he's got lying around at home, so that should be absolutely epic. Just had a nice cup of coffee just to warm the cockles of my heart, which it's done very well. And yes, it's still here, and there's a little bit of, I think there might be a little bit of fog out there, but we'll have a look at that properly later. The temperature at the moment, according to my little thermometer here, is Oh, it was -1 a minute ago and it's saying 7 degrees, but that's because I've put it right next to the stove. So yeah, if it's 7 degrees, I wouldn't be wearing all this get up, that's for sure. Right, so I'll get my tea and I'll see you all probably in the tent a bit later for Tim talk in the tent.
Hello.
Good evening. Well, we're chilled out, aren't we, eh?
Yeah. We just had a champion.
Yeah, just finished a champion. Just taking in the atmosphere. It's still quite calm, but there's a slight wind just beginning to blow now.
Good start.
So, yeah.
What's that from?
I don't know. Yeah, that's the wind has come for the benefit of you guys to make us appear like we're having a really extreme time. We nearly died!
Oh, no, don't. Oh.
Right, we've got a fantastic run of whiskies here, and what we're going to try and do is do 30 seconds each on each whiskey. So, starting from, I think it's this one, isn't it? You can introduce it.
Oh, the green label, yes. The green label is Johnny Walker. So you know Johnny, everyone knows Johnny Walker. Johnny Walker Red is used for mixing with Coke, you know, everyone knows what Johnny Walker is. So they make one called Green Label. I always like Green Label. The problem with Green Label is it's gone downhill. Well, like everything with Johnny Walker, it's gone downhill. The Red used to be very, very good about 40 years ago. But now, it's shite. But the Green Labels, I think that's happening the same thing. So, it's still got that flavour, the Green Label, that it's got like a slight peaty note. And it's made by Lynchwood and Keala, and there's another one, and I can't think of it.
So these are the whiskies that are in the blend?
I think it's 3 or 4. It's a really, really nice blend. So, and the thing is, it's a very corporate, it's not even distillery, it's a company. So I'm going to get some water. Sorry. Hi.
What's the percentage in this one?
43.
43.
Yeah. So I'm going to have a little bit, just to open it up, like you do. And then give it a twirl.
Right, you do sniff and taste.
My smell's terrible since very bad times. A bit floral, sugary, candy, like sweeties sort of smell when you open the packet. Sort of peach smell coming through now.
Sweeties.
Yeah. Yeah. And
go on. Taste it. Tell me what you think.
quite watery in a way.
Watery?
A bit watery because I think the stuff I drink is quite full on.
Right.
Let's try again.
So
Temperature doesn't help.
It's
quite
not
cold.
not as full bodied as what you're used to.
Right. It's got the hint. Yeah, it's not as good as it. Right. So I had a bottle I bought in 2020 because I was stuck at home and I just got bored and I bought myself a green label and it was really nice. I think it's gone downhill. I think it's lost about 30% of its quality, which is really sad, really. So
it is sad to hear.
I just give that. It's got some slight peat notes. It's got some nice little bite, but just very, very plain and simple. How long does it last on your tongue? Not very long. It's okay. It does a job. I don't know. That's why it's at the start of the. That's why it's that we're drinking it now.
Yeah, it's number one. The idea is that the quality should increase. It's got more of that generic blended smell. Yeah.
It's not amazing.
Malty. It's a bit like saurine malt loaf.
That's very good. That's very good. I couldn't think of that.
Not much else. I know what you mean. It's got very, very sweet on the smell.
Yeah.
Yeah, candy, like you say. So.
It's got a bit of peat to it. In your taste.
In the taste, maybe. I'm not getting the peat in the smell.
No, not at all in the smell.
Okay. It tastes better than it smells, actually. Very sweet, incredibly sweet, actually. We've got a little bit of almost like coconut or something at one point there. A bit strange.
It's upsetting for me, and I think it's okay for you, but it was a better quality about 5 years ago.
You're right about the fact that there's not much mouthfeel to it. It disappears very quickly, doesn't it?
Terrible. It used to be a lot better. It's quite upsetting, actually.
Yeah. Okay. Well, never mind.
Never mind.
Well, we'll just finish this off, and we'll move on to the next whiskey in a second.
Yeah.
So that's. Forgot to give a score there on the Johnny Walker. I'm going to give it 6 out of 10.
5.
5 out of 10. Right. Tim has got here. In fact, I'll let him explain.
Yeah.
Go.
We've got Christmas puddings for later. I always have a stash of Spanish brandy. If you know anything about Spanish brandy, it's the most superior brandy, I personally think. So we got Tours 15. Very, very nice. We're just having a quick taster because Brian's never tasted it. Because I think you need to taste it, because if you have it mixed with food, it gets rid of that flavour. So I'm just going to have a little one because I know what it tastes like, but I'll just give you a quick one.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's wow. Compared to that Johnny Walker, it blows your socks off.
Even though it's a completely different drink. Well, say
That's
completely different.
quality. That is quality.
So Tours 15.
Yeah, 15 €. You taste the barrels. Wow, quality.
Yeah, it's a lot more of a mellow smell with brandy, isn't it? It's more difficult to pick up.
Oh, 37.5%.
Okay.
Not as alcoholic.
Yeah. Yeah, that's lovely. Full-bodied.
It's great, isn't it?
Yeah, like you say, the wood, the barrel wood is definitely coming through on that. And it's got the almost like the spices, like the nutmeggy thing going on as well.
Yeah.
And I can get, you know, when you get bitter cherries, bitter black cherry.
It's all good stuff, and it's all very Christmassy as well.
Yeah.
I always get it out at Christmas time, this bottle. And so I've had Christmas pudding Christmas Day. I just put lashings of it. I love it.
That's going to go great with it. Yeah. I can almost get a cherry note from that as well.
It enhances the Christmas pudding.
Sorry, I've already said cherries, but what I meant was glaced cherries. You know, the sweet.
Yeah.
The sweetness.
Yeah. It's quite complex, and then when I sat down after my Christmas pudding, and I just filled this up, and I just thought, oh, this is so nice.
It is nice. I'm going to give that. It's not a whiskey.
No, it's not.
But just as a drink in itself, it's a strong 8 out of 10, isn't it?
Yeah. Same 8 out of 10.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to move on to the next whiskey now, which is. Oh, is it your blend?
My blend.
Right.
I've got a list. I need
Come
to
on
get
then.
the mobile.
You're going to have to tell them what it is.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Because I can't remember. One of them I've got like a dyslexia thing. I can't remember.
But basically what you've done is you've blended the dregs of a few whiskies that you had at home that you just needed to use up. Yeah?
Yeah. So I've had lots of bottles, and they had like bits and bobs of bottles, and I had a list of what I had in it. So I'll remember, right. I'll tell you, right. So it's got Ardbeg 10, Deaston 18, Arran 10. What else is the one? There's another one which is like a whiskey that's not peaty.
All right. So the other ones that you've mentioned.
There's 5 whiskies in it.
Okay.
There's 5, and Kilkerran, which is like a Campbelltown whiskey. There's a lot in there, and Campbelltown blend in there as well. So there's about 7 or 8 whiskies in there.
Is there?
Yeah.
But is it mostly peated?
No, the peat is only about 5%. So it's like a very complex beast.
Go on then, get it poured out. Let's
So
see
we
what
can't
got.
buy this one, kids.
Exclusive.
You just got to make it. So it's a well-known thing when you have a bit of a collection of malt whiskies. So you don't want to let them keep the bottles at a very low level, like quarter bottle, because they go off. So the best thing to do is just mix it into one bottle, knowing what the tastes like and just, well, it's a bit of a hope that it tastes okay. But can I be honest, it tastes great.
I always used to have the philosophy as a child that, you know, multiple nice tastes mixed together should make a nice taste.
Yeah, like.
Although it doesn't work in every situation, obviously. So, for instance, cheese on toast is a nice taste.
Yes.
So's
Leicester.
So's honey.
Red Leicester and Cheshire and cheddar together. Very nice taste.
But if you had that with jam or honey or something like that, that'd be strange, wouldn't it, Tim?
Yes, it would.
Very strange.
Sorry. Fruity. It's like there's like a.
Don't spend too long on this because they can't buy it. So. The body language says it all. He likes it. Oh yeah, there is Pete there.
Oh yeah.
Hi Pete, you're right, mate.
That Pete. That's hardback.
Yeah. Well, it's so dominant, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. It's too much going on to even describe. But it's like a wisp of smoke, and then there's a lot of sweetness as well. Complicated. It's like you, Tim, it's complicated.
It's a weird one.
I like it. It's a lot drier than I thought. I was expecting a bit more sweetness than that, but that's actually quite dry, but that's not a bad thing.
It's got like a body of this Ardbeg and Campbelltown sort of I don't know. It's just it's a mixture of the two worlds of non-peated and peated whiskey, and they're just joined together like a lump. It's nice. It's nice.
It is. I think, I'm being honest with you, I think I like it to be one or the other, if I'm honest.
Yeah. But if it's going to go off.
It's going to go off, you've got to use it up. I think you've done the right thing. I'm going to give it I'll give it a 7 out of 10, that.
Okay.
Right, sweet. On to the next one. Aww. Tim is now going to demonstrate what being concise is. Go.
Glen Scotia, Campbelltown, 56% It is called Glen Scotia Victoriana. Christmas present. Taste.
That's pretty good, isn't it? That's conciseness at its most concise.
Some fruitiness.
Fruity, yeah.
Bodiness.
Bodiness.
It's got a body to it. It's got. My nose is not very good, so I've had to use my tongue. Different world.
Different world. Oh yeah. You smell as well.
Might need some more water, you know. See what you think. I can put some more water.
I couldn't identify that if you paid me. If anything, I'd say almost like almond, brown sugar.
Yeah. Sugars, yeah.
But there's a fruitiness to it, almost melon-like, I'd say. Yellow melon. What do you call it? What do you call those yellow ones? You know the ones I mean, don't you?
Yeah, yellow melon. Yellow melon.
There's the name for them, but it escapes me.
You know what you mean.
Anyway, yeah, lovely smell. Yeah, that is a lot more full on. That's like an explosion going off in the mouth of flavour. And it's like, it's almost as like, if you had a drink of cordial, a good quality cordial, but you didn't quite put enough water in it. It's got it's got the intensity to it.
Because you know why? It's cask strength, so you put quite a bit of water in it.
Yeah.
So we have to. With a cask strength whiskey, you got to keep tasting it. Oh, I might need a bit more. Is that better?
Oh, interesting. Right. There's more tannin coming out from that now.
Right, interesting.
It actually tastes sweeter before you put the water in, which is interesting. Oh, it's good. It's very good.
Nice that. Yeah, tannin, leather, a bit leathery.
Yeah, definitely. I'd say suede more than leather.
Suede. Oh.
You and me, all we want to be is lazy.
Suede 90s. 8.5.
8.5.
Yeah. It's a complex one, and I think it's not a whiskey. If you're starting out on malt whiskies, it's not one for that. It's quite advanced whiskey though. But it's very, very nice, and if you're in the mood for it, wow.
I'll give that one. I'm going to give that a straight 8. Actually, yeah. I think I'm always a bit biased because of the fact of how much I love smoke, but what I respect about that is that there's a complexity to it, and there's a full-on flavour. It's not pulling any punches.
How much
I appreciate that.
You got to think how much water.
Yeah, you
put
did
in
put
that.
a fair bit in, didn't you? But
And
50%.
it's still punching.
Yeah, it is. It is. This last whiskey is a very special whiskey because this is the whiskey that I tasted on the wild camp with Tim. In fact, the very first wild camp I ever did at Mermaid's Pool, Kinder Scout. He brought this along and I was blown away. I'd never tasted anything like it. This is Glendronach
18.
18.
And they don't make it like this now because the company has been taken over. So the bottle is £200 a bottle now. This was when I bought it was about 89. So it's 200. I think it had the Johnny Walker problem again, where the quality's gone shit.
Do you think it's to do with them? Were they bought out or something?
Yeah. So what's amazing about this whiskey? So it says 18, but it's not really, because there's 30-odd-year-old whiskies in there. But then they just say they can't say 30-year-old, so they fill it out with older whiskies, which is very good.
It is very good. But yeah, I was blown away by this. I think I brought along a sort of supermarket whiskey, didn't I? It was all right. What I brought along, it wasn't awful. I think it was something called. Was it called? Do you remember the name of that one I brought along?
No, I don't.
It was quite a sort of sweet, easygoing, caramelly kind of one.
Yeah.
And then you brought out this beast, and I was blown away. Can't wait to try it again. It's been a while. Don't you like it? No.
No, I don't like it.
Shall I just throw it out then? Should I just throw it out? Yeah.
Well, you have a go.
Okay.
It's got some of the elements of the brandy, which is.
Do you know it really has? It really has.
You know why? It's got Aradis. It's got Aradis.
Yes, I remember you telling me this.
Yeah, the brandy. They use the barrels of the brandy.
Yeah, you can really smell that.
Which is Spanish brandy barrels.
I've got to get it in my mouth
So
now.
can I just tell everybody, please buy Spanish brandy, not the shite French stuff. Because I mean, it's an underrated thing, Spanish brandy. It really is top dog.
That is so full-bodied. I don't know if you can see, but the colour of this as well is so dark. It's unbelievable.
And it's a real deal. Nobody's put some colour to make it darker. That's because it's old.
I always remember you saying on the recording that you said it's like when you bite old wood.
Yeah.
It is. It's when you bite old wood, old varnished wood.
Yeah, like you do.
Has to be a dark wood though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got a maturity to it. It's like we've just been dealing with kids and perhaps teenagers. This now is an old man, a very wise old man. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah. And it's a beautiful thing.
It is. I'm going to give my score for that. That's got to be 9. Sorry, it's 9.
Yeah, 9.5.
Oh wow, 9.5.
Put the smallest amount in your tongue. It's like an explosion every time.
You can't give 10, can you? I don't know if what would 10 look like. Do you think?
I don't know. I think it's probably the whiskey from heaven. I don't know.
I always remember when I was at school, the only subject I was any good at really was CDT, craft design technology, right? And this technology lesson, we had this really idiosyncratic teacher called Mr. Hayes. I think he's probably passed now, God rest his soul. But he would use certain words, long words and things, and he wouldn't suffer fools either. If you were messing about, he'd say stuff like, "Stand up! Right, now sit down! Stand up again! Go out! Come back in! Sit down!" And he'd have someone, make a embarrassment of them. And anyway, this time we had this project, and what we had to do was build something out of Lego that would pick up a cream egg from zone A and transport it to zone B, and you can design it any way you want. And I came up with this weird thing. Rather than like a grab, which everyone else did, they wanted us to basically do a robot arm or something like that, which is hard to build anyway. I came up with this idea of using a ramp on like a pivot, and at one end there was a grab where the egg was, and once it had got grabbed, it would then run. The chute would tip up like that, and it would run down the chute and then through the zone. And I thought, it's got to be 50-50, 50 out of 50 for this, And I got 49 out of 50, and I said to him, "Why didn't I get 50? He said, "Only God gets 50.
There you go. There's the answer.
Yeah, it is. Right, anyway, superb. So yeah, 9 for me, 9.5 for you.
9.5, and then I don't think you can buy it, kids, because you can buy it with the same name, but you're going to have the Johnny Walker problem.
Yeah, what a shame. Anyway, that's enough tent talk for now. See you later.
Well, it's that time of night. It is in fact 20 past 10. All is well. It's getting windy out there and it is sleeting, and with the inner tent open, the sleet is still coming under the tent, so not great. But with the inner tent closed, I am isolated from it, so all happy. Right, I'm going to bid you all a very good night, and I'll see you all first thing in the morning, hopefully after a very peaceful and relaxing and warm night's sleep. See you then. Well, good morning. This is what I have woken up to today, a porch full of snow. So yes, that's my boots under there. I put them upside down, so hopefully there's not snow inside, but thankfully I do have some waterproof socks. Anyway, it was a howling night, a wild night. The snow was very powdery and the wind was getting under the little gap around the tent there, and it was just swirling in, and it probably still would be now if it wasn't for this pile of snow here that's stopping it doing it any further. But the problem with that is it's gone all around the tent. I mean, if I film around here, you can probably see, hopefully you can see the state of play over there as well. And the problem I had is that a lot of the snow ended up actually on top of the inner, so it doesn't probably look so bad now, but you can see that. No, you're not seeing it now, but it was dripping earlier because the snow on top of it was melting, and the inner isn't really designed to be particularly waterproof. So yeah, got a couple of drips, not too bad, but not the best. Anyway, I'm going to try and clear some of this snow, get a brew on, get my boots dusted off. I started packing away already, and hopefully I'll be able to get back in one piece. It's going to be quite a wild walk with all this wind and snow. It's sort of sleet as well, so it's not great. Didn't sleep well, the noise was pretty bad. I probably got maybe 2 hours tops, I'd say. There's some mad dreams as well. And at one point in the night I heard other voices, 2 other possible campers or walkers, but I don't think they'd be walkers. But yeah, that was about, I guess, around 1:30, 2 in the morning. I thought, you're joking, what? I thought we were on our own up here. I thought we were the only ones mad enough to be here. Anyway, you're probably bored of seeing this shot, so I'll come back to you when we've packed up. Okay, so I'm not going to lie, the conditions are awful. this is going to be challenging to get back. Whiteout conditions out there, deep snow. Thankfully we're on the edge path, hopefully we can still just about see where we're going. I'm definitely praying for the Lord's help with this one, so hopefully I'll see you back at the car. Okay, I'm doing a voiceover here because I didn't bother doing any more footage. I just was concentrating on getting back safely. But you can see here that I'm just showing you we've left no trace apart from a bit of melted snow. You can see in this second photo here that I look a little bit nervous walking back. It was pretty bad conditions and the snow drifts were amazing. You were just walking along and you never know what you're going to find and what you're going to step into, but some of the snow drifts were up to our middle and Tim fell over a few times. So yes, quite a battle to get back. But I praise God that we got back safely, and all in all it was an amazing experience. A little scary at times, but all in all well worth doing. I asked him at the end of the camp that if you would have known before the camp what this involved, would you still have gone ahead with it? And he said absolutely yes. And I said yes, I think so. But I was a little less emphatic than him, perhaps. But anyway, very happy. Oh, well, that was quite an endurance test, that, wasn't it?
That was a test of will and power and everything.
Yeah, we made it back to the car, and thankfully the roads are clear, they've salted them, so hopefully we'll be fine getting back home. But boy, oh boy, that felt like 3 or 4 times the distance, didn't it? Yeah. Walking through deep snow drifts. Every step was an effort.
And I've fallen over a few times, like proper fallen over, you know, with the rucksack and that, rolling about. Yeah, so that was great, you know.
Yeah. Anyway, we want to get home and get warm, so thank you so much for watching. It's been an epic adventure, it really has. We'll see you next time. Please like, subscribe, and most of all comment, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.
Just can't